Alright, welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2. This is Honor Mode Plus, twice the enemies, and only 1/4 of the XP. I like it. We're in the tomb, and I just wanted to give you a highlight. I prepared all of the statues that you will find there, because there are a lot of petrified statues, seemingly normal statues. Well, you could imagine as soon as we are going to free them, they, matter of fact, are going to attack us. Respectively, these two here and the one in the corner are just normal adventurers who do not do anything. But here, Quana, she's the master of the undead minion dog that we were talking about earlier. So she indeed is a problem. And the way you're preparing them is quite simple. Like,
the figure is locked in pose.
You are just using a ranged weapon. Make sure that you don't kill them up front. Like 1 or 2 shots are usually enough. And the advantage here is, like, she's so low, she would effectively take so much damage that the actual fight is not going to take very long. So the way we're freeing them is, you can either blast them or you can cast magic shell on them. If you do the latter, or if you do any of the two, you would free them, and you can see that the normal ones are just effectively turning to dust. Time has set them apart. But Quana, when we're going to cast it on her, that is going to turn into quite a shit show. So, good. So, let's get this going. You probably would have never guessed that freeing her was a bad idea.
She huffs it.
Oh, all this trouble and for nothing. You want me to
She purses her lips and
Oh, but do forgive me. I haven't offered you proper thanks.
Good, and what we're going to do is, also comes at no surprise, that we're going to prepare ourselves. Quana herself is level 11, so that shouldn't even be a problem.
She bows in insincere reverence. She rises from her bow.
Oh, honey,
A jolt of cursed fire.
ring it.
And there we go. Of course she's trying to double cross us. Her armor is fully resetted, but her low health is not. So before she can even act, this here resolves the situation. Easy mode. Easy mode. So we get the Shadow Tomb key, which we can use in order to unlock it. And this here basically tells you that she was looking for something, and she uses the numbers 2, 3, 1, which is going to be relevant for the next tomb that we're in. Now apparently this tomb here seems to be quite dangerous, and the way we're getting rid of it is by blessing it. So just gotta load bless real quick. And once you're blessed, you can open it. There's normal loot inside of it, nothing like to write home about, but still good enough. Perfect. And that was this tomb. Really straightforward. Got all the loot, got all the XP. Oh, wait a second, there's just one person left. Besides Quana, there's really nothing noticeable or worthwhile in this tomb. We got everything we came here for. All in the family is, I think the follow-up quest is now, if I'm not mistaken, here in Suri's tomb. She was, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he drove the late Johanna Suri to madness, scribbled in her margins are the numbers 231. So, the tomb that I was earlier referring to as the follow-up tomb is exactly now our next target.
Only a pile of rock faked his own death, did he? And that's one way to avoid debtor's prison.
And we're soon going to meet Riker, by the way. So let's finish this part here of the graveyard. And once we're done with it, let's go and get Riker. And no matter how detailed I look at the graveyard, there's always at least one door that I'm missing. Unbelievable, like super skewed perspective from time to time. See, there's yet another one. So I guess like lesson here is take your time if you do the graveyard. Good. Let's do Suri's tomb and afterwards let's do the forge. So Suri's tomb, 5,800 XP just for entering. Perfect. And in here, there are actually a couple of things you would want to find, and therefore higher widths definitely helps. So there's a one button over here.
There must be another one.
And there's another button over here. And both of them should open this area. Perfect. Now, next up, there is this whole area, the whole next area, which requires a combination 2, 3, 1. And if I'm not mistaken, it had to do with these levers here. So 2, 3, 1 was, I think, the combination that they were going for. So in order to like pull this off, taking Psychen, here's the highest strength. Make sure that you have a character who has sufficient strength. Telekinesis also helps because you then do not need to carry these things around for too long. And what we're going to do is basically putting this up there. Whole room begins to flood with gas. And then we're going 2, 3, and 1.
That's not really what I had in mind. It shut. Maybe this one. Maybe this one.
I think the middle one,
Not the outcome
2,
I hoped for. Maybe this
1, 3.
I think a different approach is in order.
No. It was the middle one until... Yeah, we need a new vase. That's the fucked up part. So it was the middle one until, yeah, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so it was the middle one until there is... I think that was the middle one until there's blood on the floor. So yeah, that was not it. No, I think it was until there was water on the floor. Then 1 and 3. Gosh, I hated it the first time, and I still do not like it. You know what? I mean, let's just use our tank, because what could possibly go wrong instead of using all of these vases? I know that there is no death fog, so shouldn't worry too much about it. I think that was it. Yeah, there we go. I think that was pretty much it.
That do. It's shut tight. Maybe this one. That's not really what I had. Maybe this one. That do. That could have gone better.
No.
Maybe this one. Maybe this one.
So that's 2,
What did that do? Maybe this one. Not the outcome. What did that do?
3, 1. I think we already had the right combination. It was the the electrified fog.
I'll try a different order.
And that should open...
It's shut. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. That could have gone better. Maybe this one. That do. I think a different approach is in. What did that do? That do.
Let me look it up real quick. This is getting annoying.